I know you think that gum chewing helps your jaw because when you start chewing, the pain that you've been having has stopped. Why is it that your jaw feels better when you start chewing gum? That is because the muscles of mastication, the temporalis, the masseter muscles, the medial pterygoid, the lateral pterygoid muscles, these are our muscles of mastication. They are tight. As you chew, you start to get circulation going through these muscles. Movement is really, really vital for these tissues. The difficulty arises when you chew too long. These muscles are anaerobic in nature. That means that they're sprinting muscles. They're designed for short bursts of energy. Think about the Olympic fastest man in the world. Boom, they're done. Just about that fast. Now ask them to run a 10K at the same speed. You just know they can't do it. They can't keep up that pace. But that's what you're asking your jaw muscles to do, is to keep that endurance up long past what they're designed to do. Initially, those muscles feel better because they get more oxygenation. This is what makes muscles happy. If I can't chew gum, then what can I do? Let's talk about some alternatives and then what you can do if you just can't quit your gum chewing habit. First of all, let's talk about how we're designed to eat. And in history, how we used to eat socially was we would cut a small little piece of food, put that on our fork or our spoon, put it into our mouth, and chew it while we put our utensils down. So you can see we're chewing and then there's a rest period. That's how it's supposed to be done. And then we would have various courses. So we would have another little break between food. That would be an ideal world. And I'd really like to see some really nice menu planning. I like to eat too. So what's an alternative to gum chewing? The first thing that comes to mind, of course, are mints. Most of the time that people want to chew gum is because they're concerned about their breath. So breath odors. Oh, I've got coffee breath. I had a little bit of salad dressing that's got some garlic in it. So they're trying to get breath fresher. If this is the case, people will go to a mint next. And with mints, they come in a variety of sizes, shapes, and consistencies. Avoid a chewy, taffy-like mint. So you put that in your teeth, and if you can just suck on it and not have a chewing going on, great. But most people, if they're trying to quit chewing gum, they're naturally going to want to chew on that mint. And because it's taffy-like, your teeth stick together, and then as you try to open your mouth, you're having to do that with a tiny little muscle called the lateral pterygoid, which is probably already overworked on you, particularly if you have any clicking. And we're just going to aggravate our jaw even further, causing all kinds of soreness in through this area. So chewy ones, don't do it. Gummies, don't do it. Well, what's the alternative? The alternative is a hard candy. Well, again, what are we going to do? If we can just have it in our mouth and just have it dissolve, great. But if you can't do that, you can't put it in your cheek and you're going to crush it, then you can't do it. When we bite on a hard candy, there's incredible forces that go through our temporomandibular joints. And if your joint surfaces are irritated, it's really going to aggravate things. We can have increased inflammation within the joint itself. Also, we're going to ask the muscles that are going to close the jaw and crush that candy, we're going to ask them to really load up. So we're really increasing their demand load. This is further going to irritate our muscles. No hard candy, no chewing candy. If you get little ones that are more intense, that are just going to melt in your mouth, that's probably the way to go if you're concerned about breath. If you can't find a substitute for your gum chewing, the mints are out, or you find something but you don't like it for other reasons, the sugar or artificial sweeteners, and you're concerned about what it's doing to your oral health, from that point of view, what are you going to do? Are you going to go back to gum chewing? Well, if you are going to continue to chew gum, this is how you do it. First of all, only 30 seconds. Do it for a chew rest. Chew rest. With our chewing muscles, they're anaerobic, they're sprinting muscles. So chew rest. Chew rest. 30 seconds, get rid of it. I'll have more hints on what to eat, how to eat in future videos, but in the meantime, here's something for you to watch.